نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد بسم الله. Today inshallah we will continue from verse number 47, Surah Fussilat. This is also the beginning of 25th juz. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إليه يرد علم الساعة وما تخرج من ثمرات من أكمامها وما تحمل من أنثى ولا تضع إلا بعلمه ويوم يناديهم أين شركائي قالوا آذناك ما منا من شهيد. To him alone is attributed knowledge of the hour, and fruits emerge not from their coverings, nor does a female conceive or give birth except with his knowledge. And the day he will call to them, where are my partners? They will say, we announce to you that there is no longer among us any witness to that. So the word akmamiha means awiyatiha, covering. And this verse clearly declares that no one has the knowledge of Qiyamah except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As it also comes in Surah Araf, verse number 187, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ أَيَّانَ مُرْسَاهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا عِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ رَبِّي لَا يُجَلِّيهَا لِوَقْتِهَا إِلَّا هُ. They ask you, O Muhammad, about the hour, when is its arrival? Say, its knowledge is only with my Lord, none will reveal its time except him. So even the best of humans, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the most honored among angels, Jibreel Islam, have expressed unawareness of when the last hour will happen. As we know from the hadith of Jibreel, when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked by Jibreel Islam, فَأَخْبِرْنِي عَنِ السَّاعَةِ, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam replied, مَا الْمَسْئُولُ عَنْهَا بِأَعْلَمَ مِنَ السَّائِلِ. So Jibreel Islam had asked, now tell me about the hour, meaning the day of judgment. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam replied, the one being asked knows no more than the questioner, meaning both Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and Jibreel Islam do not know about the time of day of judgment. Then further in the verse, وَمَا تَخْرُجُ مِنْ ثَمَرَاتٍ مِنْ أَكْمَامِهَا وَمَا تَحْمِلُ مِنْ أُنْثَى وَلَا تَضَعُ إِلَّا بِعِلْمِهِ, meaning nothing is hidden from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge. He knows about the fruits that come out of their covering, and also details of what a female is bearing and will give birth to. It also comes in Surah An'am, verse number 59, مَا تَسْقُطُ مِنْ وَرَقَةٍ إِلَّا يَعْلَمُهَا. Not a leaf falls, but he knows about it. So think about this. At any given point in the entire world, there are fruits emerging from their coverings, and females are bearing offsprings, and leaves are falling off the trees. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of all these events at once and at all times. And you can extend it to drops in the rain, or twinkling of stars in the sky, or particles of sand in the desert, and so on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of all of it to the fullest degree. Towards the end of the verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَيَوْمَ يُنَادِيهِمْ أَيْنَ شُرَكَائِي قَالُوا آذَنَّاكَ مَا مِنَّا مِنْ شَهِيدٍ, which means on the day of judgment, disbelievers will deny of any partnership with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَضَلَّ عَنْهُمْ مَا كَانُوا يَدْعُونَ مِنْ قَبْلُ وَظَنُّوا مَا لَهُمْ مِنْ مَحِيصٍ, and lost from them will be those they were invoking before, and they will be certain that they have no place of escape. The word mahis means refuge, malja'in, escape. So on the day of judgment, all the deities who were associated with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world will go away and will be of no avail. Disbelievers will not find a way to escape Allah's punishment. Let's review verses 47 and 48. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows when day of judgment will be established, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has full knowledge of all creation's operations of this world, and disbelievers will deny associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. لا يسأم الإنسان من دعاء الخير وإن مسه الشر فيئوس قنوط ولئن أذقناه رحمة منا من بعد ضراء مسته ليقولن هذا لي وما أظن الساعة قائمة ولئن رجعت إلى ربي إن لي عنده للحسنى فَلَنُنَبِّئَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِمَا عَمِلُوا وَلَنُذِيقَنَّهُم مِّنْ عَذَابٍ غَلِيظٍ. Man does not get tired of asking for good things, but if an evil touches him, then he gives up all hope and is lost in despair. And if we let him taste mercy from us after an adversity which has touched him, he will surely say, "This is due to me, and I do not think the hour will occur. And even if I should be returned to my Lord, indeed for me there will be with him the best. But we will surely inform those who disbelieved about what they did, and we will surely make them taste a massive punishment." So the word la yas'amu means la yamallu. They don't get bored or tired. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the weak faith of disbelievers, that they keep asking for wealth, health, and other needs and wants of life. And indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants many of these favors to them. But when they encounter difficulty, they lose hope quickly and become rather gloomy in their outlook, feeling that nothing good will ever come to them. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lifts this hardship and improves their condition such that they are back to a normal or even better state, they consider it to be a result of their own efforts and actions. It comes in Surah Alaq, verses 6 and 7. كَلَّا إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى أَن رَآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. No, but indeed man transgresses because he sees himself self-sufficient. But this false notion of entitlement does not stop here for disbelievers. They either deny the hereafter in arrogance or assume that just like they were given bounties by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world, they are also entitled to a happy ending. And in the hereafter, they will be given further rewards. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala corrects this misunderstanding right away and declares severe punishment for them in this verse. وَإِذَا أَنْعَمْنَا عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ أَعْرَضَ وَنَأَىٰ بِجَانِبِهِ وَإِذَا مَسَّهُ الشَّرُّ فَذُو دُعَاءٍ عَرِيضٍ. And when we bestow favor upon man, he turns away and distances himself. But when evil touches him, then he is full of extensive supplication. So the word arid means very wide, but it is used to denote abundance among Arabs. As Imam Baghawi explains in his Tafseer, Al-Arabu tasta'amilu al-tula wal-arda fil kathrati. So in Arabs, the words tul and arad, meaning the width and the length, are used to denote abundance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an insight into human nature that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants a person honor, wealth, and status, he turns away from obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and instead develops pride and becomes bold and heedless in sinning. On the contrary, when he's tested with a challenging situation, he turns to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in despair and starts making du'as in abundance. Now you may wonder, what is wrong in turning towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with long and abundant du'as? Isn't that desirable anyways? When we look deeper into the context of this verse, we realize that it is highlighting the hypocritic attitude of people, that they are quick to forget Allah's favor, and they are also very quick to complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the long, extensive dua mentioned here, they are superficial and temporary and insincere. They're not repenting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, acknowledging their negligence and accepting their mistakes. Rather, they're pleading to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to get them out of their miserable situation, complaining how it was not suitable for them to have experienced such a hardship, and they deserved a rather gracious and bountiful treatment. As it comes in Surah Yunus, verse number 12, وَإِذَا مَسَّ الْإِنسَانَ الضُّرُّ دعانا لجنبه أو قائدا أو قائما فلما كشفنا عنه ضره مر كأن لم يدعنا إلى ضر مسه. And when affliction touches man, he calls upon us, whether lying on his side or sitting or standing. But when we remove from him his affliction, he continues in disobedience, as if he had never called upon us to remove an affliction that touched him. Let's apply this description to our case. When we have a need, let's say there's a financial problem, or someone in the family has health issues, or your son and daughter has become rebellious, or some accident has happened, or we face any other unpleasant and unfavorable situation, where we find ourselves helpless and no worldly means available to resolve the matter, we turn toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We become regular in offering salah. Suddenly, we are visiting the mosques more frequently. We're giving out charity, increasing our tasbih and zikr, and also making long du'as. Alhamdulillah, this is all virtuous. Even this state of return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is meritorious and commendable, and indeed a blessing. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, أَمَّنْ يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ يَكْشِفُ السُّوءَ. Who else can solve our problem and improve our condition except Allah? And Alhamdulillah, we see Allah's mercy come. Allah's mercy comes in action then, and we are relieved of the hardship. What happens next is reprehensible. Our indulgence in dunya takes over, and slowly we are back to pursuing our desires and wishes, ignoring and deprioritizing the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And instead, what was expected from us comes in a narration narrated by Suhaib anhu in Muslim. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ إِنَّ أَمْرَهُ كُلَّهُ خَيْرٌ فَلَيْسَ ذَلِكَ لِأَحَدٍ إِلَّا لِلْمُؤْمِنِ إِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ سَرَّاءُ شَكَرَ فَكَانَ خَيْرٌ لَهُ وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ ضَرَّاءُ صَبَرَ فَكَانَ خَيْرٌ لَهُ. Amazing are the ways of a believer, as there is good for him in every matter. And this is not the case with anyone but a believer. If he experiences pleasure, he thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is good for him. If he experiences harm, he shows patience, and it is good for him. So this is what is expected from us, that when we are in good times, we are always praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being thankful to him. And when we suffer hardship, we are truly repenting sincerely and asking for his help. For sure, he will help us. And then once we get that relief, we are continuing in our obedience rather than forgetting him again and going back to the worldly matters. Let's review verses 49 to 51. Disbelievers yearn for wealth and worldly assets, but despair quickly in response to challenges and complain. And human nature is to become arrogant and negligent in good times and exhibit desperation and low esteem in hardship. And what is expected from a Muslim, a believer, a mu'min, is that in good times or bad times, he maintains his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قُلْ أَرَأَيْتُمْ إِنْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ كَفَرْتُمْ بِهِ مَنْ أَضَلُّ مِمَّنْ هُوَ فِي شِقَاقٍ بَعِيدٍ. Say, have you considered, if the Quran is from Allah and you disbelieved in it, who would be more astray than one who is in extreme dissension? That is, if the Quran is indeed a divine revelation and you're denying it, what do you think your situation will be in the eyes of Allah? How will you be treated? You will actually be like one of those who is far away from guidance. سنريهم آياتنا في الآفاق وفي أنفسهم حتى يتبين لهم أنه الحق أولم يكف بربك أنه على كل شيء شهيد. We will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. But is it not sufficient concerning your Lord that he is over all things a witness? The word afaq literally means horizons, and here it refers to the whole universe. The signs mentioned in this verse can be taken as a specific event, like the victory in the Battle of Badr, the conquest of Mecca, and the spreading of Islam across various regions. So it could be taken to specific events that have happened in the time of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and for the years after, the success of Islam and Muslims throughout the world, or they could be taken in a broad sense, that these signs refer to the wonders in this world that signify the existence and power of its creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if we take a few moments to reflect on these wonders, it becomes apparent that there are indeed countless wonders in this world. Whether you look at the incredible natural landscapes like Mount Everest and Niagara Falls, or natural phenomena like northern lights, lenticular clouds, or underwater rivers, these are wonders of the external world. But as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us, our own bodies are a testament to his power. Various organs of human body contain incredible structures in very compact forms like human brain, eyes, and kidneys, yet they perform unbelievably complex functions, repeatedly with accuracy and reliability. Indeed, all these examples are a point of reflection and a proof of a supreme being of unmatched perfection. Once you acknowledge these wonders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will also find no reason to reject the truth He has sent in the form of this book, the Quran. And you will also find no reason to reject His chosen religion, the Islam, or His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ألا إنهم في مرية من لقاء ربهم ألا إنه بكل شيء محيط. Unquestionably, they are in doubt about the meeting with their Lord. Unquestionably, He is of all things encompassing. Let's review ayat 52 to 54. Denial of Quran is among the worst forms of ignorance, and signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are eminent in our bodies as well as in the world around us. Alhamdulillah, we finished Surah Fussilat. Stop here inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم.